Hello, my friend. This is Clyde. Satisfaction guaranteed. Philippians 4:19 says, "And my God will supply every need of yours according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus." What can we say about satisfaction? It speaks to gratification, contentment, accepting that something is satisfactory, fulfillment. One definition says that satisfaction is the fulfillment of one's wishes, expectations, or needs, or the pleasure derived from this. Food satisfies the hungry person. Water satisfies the thirsty person. The results of an election satisfy the majority of voters on that occasion. Arriving at your destination safely is a satisfaction. It is fascinating how we can find satisfaction in different things because we have different needs. The text tells us that God will, not can, but will supply all our needs out of his resources, his storehouse, his vast supply in glory through Jesus. Let us explore that. And I'm going to draw on some things that Jesus taught and did while he was here on earth. I choose to start with the occasion when he miraculously turned water into wine. There was this big wedding, and they had wine for the guests to use to celebrate. Then there came a need. They ran out of wine at the wedding celebration. Do you know what that means? That means that the event could be ruined. If there is no wine, it is going to mar the celebration. And if there is no celebration, then people are probably going to leave. What does the text say? My God will supply every need of yours. Jesus did a miracle. In fact, it was his first miracle. He turned water into wine, and by so doing, he satisfied the need for wine for the wedding celebration. And he did that because of his divine power. Then later on, we hear him in a conversation with the Samaritan woman at a well. She had come to the well for water, and the reality is that she would come again and again because whatever water she got from the well that day would only last for a while. She came for water practically every day, water to drink. Jesus acknowledged her need for physical water, but then he started to talk to her of a more significant need, the need for spiritual water. Spiritual water satisfies a thirst in one's soul. Jesus was telling this lady that, yes, I recognize that you have a physical need for water when you are thirsty. That's why you come to the well to get water. But listen, I am offering you spiritual water. The text says, my God will supply every need of yours. Listen to Jesus. He said that everyone who drinks the natural water, the water that you're about to draw from the well, will drink, and when it runs out, you'll be thirsty again. Well, understand that the thirst you have in your soul also can be satisfied but by spiritual water. But I'm going one step further, he says. The water that I'm going to give you for your thirsty soul, I will ensure that it will be non-stop. It will be a spring that is always springing up water, always flowing. In other words, you won't have to come to me again for salvation. The salvation you get from me today will be present in your life all the time. Then we hear him talking about bread. Bread is a basic food item that satisfies hunger. Have you ever been hungry and you are given bread, a fresh slice of bread with butter? How about 2 or 3 slices of bread with butter? That hunger would go away and you will be satisfied. Jesus comes on the scene and says that you are hungry inside, and the only thing that can satisfy your spiritual hunger is bread, what he calls the bread of life. My God will supply every need of yours. That's what the text says. Jesus presents himself as that bread of life, and he says that if you come to him, he becomes that bread of life to you. And catch this, you will never again have that spiritual hunger, because the bread is a never-ending supply that satisfies your spiritual hunger all the time. Then we hear him speaking of himself as a good shepherd and his relationship with his sheep. He tells them that the thief comes against the sheep to steal, kill, and destroy. The thief comes to make life difficult, destructive, debilitating, and to give death to the sheep. The thief comes to bring total mayhem and problems. But how can this be satisfied? Jesus said that this is how he feeds his sheep. He leads them into green pastures and leads them to still waters. In fact, he satisfies the fear that the sheep experiences because of what the thief does by giving the sheep abundant life. Abundant life satisfies the life's need of the sheep. Life means safety against the thief. Abundant life promises that you will never be harmed, because he says no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. Abundant life protects the sheep. Jesus is a strong tower, and he builds a hedge of protection around his sheep. Another way of saying abundant life is to acknowledge that goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life. My friend, Jesus satisfies. He has limitless resources, limitless power, and his ability to satisfy your needs never runs out. My God will supply all your needs. You have a need? You have some needs? Or are you not satisfied with your life? Go to Jesus. He satisfies your every need, and you will never regret trusting him. My friend, Jesus is satisfaction guaranteed.